Welcome to the Indiana town of French Lick. I know, kind of makes me giggle too. But it was named after the French settlers that settled the place because of the mineral and salt licks.
This town started out just because of the bubbling up of the sulfur springs, which was called the Licks. But it turned into a very, very prominent hotel over the years. It has had a ton of famous people that came here strictly for vacations.
Yeah, they came here for the healing powers of the mineral waters, supposedly the mineral waters, which they later wound up bottling and calling it Pluto water, which I don't think they make anymore.
In 1845, Dr. William Bowles actually built this hotel. And he built it, it had the sulfur springs here, and he reached about 100 miles away. And back then in 1845, that was a long reach for people to come here and stay. So about 5 years later, another doctor came along and he looked about a mile away from here, from French Lick. He had seen the prosperity that happened with this hotel, and he decided to build one down there. And that is an entirely different story that we'll share with you later.
This is the grand entryway. That's a concrete sculptured and very, very impressive.
One of the most impressive places, of course, is when you walk into the marble entryway and you look up and you see these beautiful paintings on the ceiling, surrounded by these handcrafted, beautiful gold frames. I don't know if I have enough place to sit in these chairs. View of the grand hallway. So what do you think of this place? Could you stay here?
Oh yeah.
Nights? Lifetime? Oh yeah.
I really like the staircases that are in this grand hotel. They just feel like you just need to dress up and walk up and down them. Go down this one, at the very bottom of it, you'll see a picture. This picture is a perfect example of what it looked like back in the day when the people came in here to stay.
In case you decide to come. They have this handy little board that you just touch. And it tells you everything that's going on. I don't think I have the touch. There we go. So there's a lot to do right here. Elephants. Okay, so you knew they have an elephant sanctuary and you didn't tell me?
Yeah, they actually do. You can go there and
How do you know that?
I saw the billboard.
I'm looking at a picture of elephants. I go, they have elephants. She goes, yes, they have an elephant sanctuary.
You need to make sure when you walk down this hallway, go slow. The story of this hotel unfolds.
You know, I was thinking, people used to drink and bathe in the mineral water. Maybe we should try drinking some of the water.
You can try.
All those healthy benefits. Find out what those healthy benefits are. Hopefully it's not just sulfur water.
It's Pluto.
Pluto water. Hopefully it's not sulfur water. Sulfur water is not. Okay, we're gonna go upstairs and see if there's anything to find. Actually, I'm sure there's something to find. We're just gonna see what we can find. It's looking very promising. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh man. Looks like an expansive area where you can actually come up and sit and just chat. Maybe have a game of chess, checkers. Magnificent Scots. And I do believe that's real crystal surrounding those light bulbs. One of the famous faces that spent time here: Ernaldus Magnus, Larry Bird, Joe Louis. Yeah, my dad always wanted to fight him. Al Capone, see? Well, it was the 20s. This was the place to be in the 20s. And I'm sure Al Capone would have held out here. Well, I mean, stayed here. Franklin's College? I do care.
I really like this table. It can take you back in time. When back in the 20s, when somebody would walk into this grand hotel. It truly is an example of what most of the furnishings actually were in here. And this carving, it's amazing. This is the guest tunnel. Before the renovations of 2006, this was just a crawl space. But now it connects Pluto's Alley to the Colonnade restaurant.
These are actual rocks. These are not fake. These are, look at the size of my hand. You get an idea of just how big these rocks are. They just go all the way up. And this is Pluto's Alley.
Doesn't this remind you of an old soda shop?
Yeah, it kind of does. Makes me feel like I need to buy you a malt or something. Kids love this arcade area too. I want to play this so bad. But you do too. I can see in your eyes. You want to do it too. You have adult areas too, like Pluto's Well. They're closed right now, but look at this door, and I've got to get you a peek at that stained glass over the bar.
Oh, wow. Look at all these shops.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Did you happen to bring the credit card?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so where do I start? Oh, I like that one.
It's gonna be painful.
And this is what the well-dressed invisible man will be wearing in 2020. See what I did there? The invisible man, because he's not... Never mind.
And there's plenty to eat. You won't go hungry. They're totally self-contained. French Lick.
I do have to say, if you plan to come to French Lick Resort, you gotta ask yourself, do you feel lucky? Now we're gonna check out some of the grounds. Simply beautiful here.
It is beautiful. I really love the architecture here.
If you like history, you gotta check out French Lick. Don't look now, but the trolley's coming. Hun, you keep keeping things from me.
Yeah, tomato juice was created here back in 1917.
I didn't know that.
Well,
I didn't know.
they ran out of orange juice, and the chef was just really upset at the fact he didn't have anything to serve.
He's desperate.
He was.
Give me some tomatoes, man!
So he crushed up the tomatoes, made tomato juice, and that's where tomato juice came from. 1917. Chef Louis Perrin.
I don't know why, but I'm glad it wasn't broccoli. I hate broccoli. One thing that's long gone is the French Lick Depot. Up to 9 trains per day pulled into French Lick. That's a lot of tourism. And that was before the casino. And the trains are long gone, so what do you do with the depot when the train's gone? We're going to show you.
Okay, this isn't it, because there's no railroad tracks, but wow, look at this architecture.
There is actually a town of French Lick, and if you look right up there, you see that road? Look how steep that thing is, and it snows down here. It gets ice in the wintertime. Can you imagine trying to get down that road? Or up it? Well, you know, not careening out of control.
After being inside this hotel, looking on the outside, it's nothing like what you would think would be on the inside.
Now we're going to explore the town of French Lick, and I think you're going to like this. Pretty darn eclectic.
The train depot, the bunch of passenger trains that you can actually ride. This is what they have for the Polar Express around Christmas time. And these are pretty convincing. I think they're even the right color. Look at this architecture.
Looking at this train, I remember several years ago, we rode on this for The Wizard of Oz. We ended up at the Yellow Brick Road.
Oh man, I'm so tempted to go up there, but I think they got those gates up there for a reason. I don't think I should try climbing over those. I don't see anybody around. I hope they don't mind me photographing all this. Oh look, Frosty the snow. He's still here. There's no snow, but Frosty says, I don't care. Oh, wait a minute. I guess this is where I have to stop. You know, after I sneak this little shot. Psst, don't tell anybody, okay? It's a classic luggage carrier. Try to find one of those on eBay. Look at this, handcart that they used to go up and down the railways with. Could you imagine trying to pump that thing? Talk about your core workout. Wow. Check out the suspension system on these trains. Look at these coil springs right here. I'm sorry, leaf springs. Those are the coil springs. They're huge. Get a shot of the inside. Old-time passenger train. They're not short on art in French Lick either. They really like to decorate their buildings. Look at that tower over there. Wish you could see this church in person. It is awesome. That's a throwback to at least the early 1900s, possibly the late 1880s. It's times like this I wish I had a wide-angle lens, because this thing is beautiful, but it's hard to get on camera because it is so big.
This is the Our Lady of the Springs Church. It was founded in 1887, and we're not that far from, we're probably about a half a mile actually from the resort. It's an active church. It still has Sunday and weekday masses.
For the masses. Look at this road, actual cobblestones. Not sure if they're original, but still cool.
I really love the hotel and the mineral springs, the story of all of that, but I really love this town. They have got a museum here that you can go in and learn about the casinos, the circuses. There's just a ton of stuff to see and do here.
Okay, if we're getting to vote on which one's our favorite place, this one's mine. Mainly because it reminds me of my garage. Also reminds me of my man cave, stuff I got stashed in the backyard. But it also reminds me of my sweet grandma and her garden for some reason.
I'm gonna need the credit card.
For what? What? Okay, little birdie tells me it's about to cost me something, isn't it? And that's going to wrap up the trip to French Lick today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, we would appreciate you subscribing. If you like this episode, hit the like button. This is a little different departure on what the off-ramp normally does. So if you guys do like this kind of thing, leave a comment down below. Tell us which kind you like better. Check out some of our older videos and kind of compare. And just let us know. We'd really like your input on those. Don't forget, adventure is as close as the next off-ramp. How much is the doggy in the window? What? How much? I got a pink flamingo instead. This arching gate would fit Alice Cooper's song, Welcome to My Nightmare. Little rusty, little creepy looking too. Now, guys, don't fight.
They ran out of orange juice, and the chef was just really upset at the fact he didn't have anything to serve.
He's desperate.
He was.
Give me some tomatoes, man.